As an artist, I dream and create visions in my mind. I ask questions like, what if I did this? What if I did that? Ideas call out to me. Spontaneity whispers to me. And in response, my natural instinct is to listen. If that's all I had to do, I feel like life would be pretty simple. But then there's things like bills, logistics, and realistic plans. And man, I really hate that stuff. I think most of my life has been really chill and relaxed. I had really supportive parents, got into college, found my passion in woodworking, got a job in it after graduating. And after that, I kinda just stayed in cruise control for a good handful of years. I was completely supporting myself. I had plenty of time for vacations, and my workplace was filled with a group of awesome people. I really didn't have anything to complain about. Life was good. Throughout those years, I always had this little thought in the back of my head. The idea that maybe, one day, I might have my own woodworking shop and make a living off of my own work. Whenever I was bored, I'd look around at workshop spaces and browse through Craigslist, online auctions, and other marketplaces for woodworking equipment. I never pulled the trigger, but I did keep saving up for it. When COVID hit, that idea started to grow widely more appealing, and finally, when I saved up enough and also stumbled upon deals of a lifetime, I decided to go for it. Ever since I took that leap, I have dealt with a wide variety of emotions. During my first business venture, overconfidence. In the face of seeing very little results, stubbornness. And when I decided to close that venture, depression. When I decided to pursue the direction of custom furniture, determined. And after a really long year, burnout. All of that has led me to today. Tweaking my direction and being more realistic about myself as a whole. And my emotion from that has been excitement with a side of annoyance. Over the past few weeks, I've been doing a lot of planning. I've been crafting visions of my future, of art projects to work on, and I've been kind of dissecting those ideas to figure out how I was going to make it all happen. And I've gotta admit, I had a lot of help during this process. If it were only up to me, I think I would have just left my goals at the initial stage of oohs and ahs and try to float my way over to them. But of course, in both an annoying and lucky way, my partner was quick to call out what wasn't going to work and also helped me create a realistic roadmap to make it all happen. I hated that entire process. It was stressful, and being realistic about things involved a lot of numbers, clarification, timelines, and decision making on what I want versus what I need. As much as I couldn't stand it, as many times as I might have sunk my head into my hands or unknowingly rolled my eyes, when we finally came to a plan, it felt good. The grand ideas weren't just shiny anymore, they felt doable, achievable. And I realized just how important it is to implement that logic and realism into your goals. If I was going to truly make those ideas, visions, and dreams come to life, this process of being logical, realistic, and smart is a responsibility. I have to put in the work. I have to be reasonable. And I have to be brave enough to make the decisions on what I need to and don't need to do. If I truly want to nurture the fire I have within me, putting in the effort to be logical is the stepping stone to letting my artist spirit fly free. Being realistic and logical about things isn't my strong suit, but it is something I'm working on getting better and better at. Probably one of the most important question words that I've found when it comes to being realistic about things is how? How am I going to pay for that? How am I going to be able to do this consistently? How am I going to have enough time? The word how has been a really irritating thorn in my side for the past few weeks. But because we have been asking this question, it has also led my partner and I to be able to draw out a rough plan of how, see? There's that word again. We are going to approach the rest of this year, 2024, as well as 2025. And I have to admit, it feels pretty good to have that clarity. I think the reason why thinking through how is so difficult sometimes is because the answer is legitimately not there yet. It's something you have to create and come up with. You're forced to be in a position to make a decision. Do I have to let something go? Is this the more logical direction to take? And despite that feeling being a little scary at times, the result I find is far more rewarding. To end this video, I wanted to give a special shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, and if you too want to help this channel grow for as little as a cup of coffee, do consider Patreon as an option for that. Thank you all again. Happy woodworking. Peace out.